The wins are great. The appearances are great. Those titles are pretty impressive.
It is the newest generation of Longhorns and Lady Techsters colliding on this Sunday afternoon on the 40 acres. Louisiana Tech 2-0 to start the young season. Longhorns looking to improve 4-0 in this 4-game homestand to ring in the new season.
And Taylor Jones getting a second start on the season. She's played very well at the offensive end, number 44 with the ball in her hands.
Take a look at the starting five for Vic Schaefer in his fourth year at the helm. No surprises. That includes Amina Muhammad, who continues to benefit from a couple of teammates working their way back in to the rotation. Robin Lee picked up by Muhammad. Lee in the starting five with Bates, Morris, Nativi, the Italian, and Robertson, the standout veteran player. For Louisiana Tech out of Conference USA, the turnover by Texas.
Nice pressure on the ball right there by Sama Bates.
Stepping out of bounds, unfortunately, for Sylvia Nativi. First Italian to make her way to Ruston, Louisiana to join this historic program.
Yeah, Sylvia Nativi da Ferrara. She's actually going to take a seat on the bench. I played in Italy for 10 years, so excuse me if I pull out a couple Italian words here. Un po' di riposo per lei.
I'll have someone translate to the metric system for me. Booker. Madison Booker, your preseason freshman of the year selection, and it's the Longhorns who strike for the opening two buckets. And trying to force that one in, stolen by Gonzales, who had just picked up the whistle. And it'll be Texas on the other end.
Not a secret that Texas struggles from the line, something they certainly need to improve on.
Has found herself in the starting rotation back for her sophomore campaign after an all Big 12 freshman season.
I think for Louisiana Tech, look to go backdoor. Texas overplays that initial passing lane so well. That's going to be a 5-second call. It looked like Bates was also taking a couple of steps, might have traveled out of bounds. You can move a little bit if you're out of bounds, but you can't take 4 or 5 steps to get away from the defense.
Harmon quickly works it in the low post, and it's just like, again, the win against the Mavericks.
Not giving Louisiana Tech anything easy. It's 2 blocks already for Texas here.
Yeah, it was a nice drive by Gianna Morris, but at 5'7", the freshman went right at the 6'4" Taylor Jones.
Yeah, and this is where Jones is really valuable. She hasn't blocked a lot of shots, although that block probably went to Shaylee Gonzales. But when you can pressure on the perimeter and have a big like Jones or Muhammad on the interior to protect the rim, that's a huge advantage. Nice defense.
This should put the first 2 points of the day on the board. Bates passed Harmon, took a lap around the rim, and decided no thank you. You see Salma Bates comes off. She already has 5 buzzer beaters in her young career.
And I think the goal is to not let her have anything easy today, and she hasn't had any kind of easy looks yet.
As the Longhorns pulling the trigger on the 3, Shaylee Gonzales connects. It's an 11-0 start for the Longhorns after coming over from Provo. Nice adjustment and able to draw the contact after the shot. A 2-time state champion out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I-10 crossing from Texas into Louisiana after you pass through Beaumont on the Texas side.
Well, Giller is excellent to come off the bench as you see the Louisiana Tech Lady Techsters go into a little bit of a zone press.
Good patience down low, and it leads to 2 more. And even Rori Harmon gets a little touch on it to throw off her rhythm, and Harmon quickly the other way. It's a 2-on-3 break. Harmon able to salvage it. Rebound for Gonzales. Let's see if this one's on the floor or in the act of shooting is Harmon.
Harmon looks like she's trying to be able to get hit in the face, maybe.
Yeah, I think that was the previous trip down. Really productive against those Mavericks out of the Sun Belt.
Here you need a good look if you're Louisiana Tech. You need to find a way to get Texas's defense off balance.
Footwork a little too fancy. The walk.
When you see that Texas is making her uncomfortable, putting the ball on the floor instead of having that wide open three that she's been used to the first couple of games. And to be transparent, Louisiana Tech has played against 2 NAIA teams.
Taylor Jones is 3 for 3 from the floor. Longhorns right now on a 6-0 run. Those were home games against LSU Alexandria and Louisiana Christian. A couple of wins for the Lady Techsters. Another feed to Jones. Her first miss a bit high. Offensive putback. And Jones will pad the stats, picking up a rebound and 2 more points this trip to him. Pass just not crisp enough. Looking for Autumn Smith in the paint. Longhorns 5-on-4 the other way. And running the floor that time was Madison Booker.
Terrific playmaker. It's rare that you see terrific playmakers as freshmen. She's that kind of player.
McDonald's All-American out of Mississippi. Her dad played for those Golden Eagles. Accolades before arriving in Austin.
And I think that third point right there, 3 gold medals with USA basketball, I think that really helped her.
Matched up with Jones. And Jones' flat-footed rejection will lead the break the other way. 4 of the 5 Longhorns have touched it this trip down. And Jones already flirting with double digits, has 10 points. A quality open look from the corner, just won't fall. Jones with the rebound.
That's the best offense right there that the Lady Techsters have had thus far.
And tried to catch that with the left arm because they're right. For the second time this ball game, we just saw Shea Holly and Leisha Phi come on for their first minutes today.
This year, I think Vic Schaefer has, it's difficult for him. He doesn't know whether to start Phi.
Jones getting a breather. Taking the eye off the prize. Longhorns looking to turn another turnover into points, and it's another trip to the free throw line for Amina Muhammad.
Points per game, field goal percentage, offensive rebounding, 8th in the nation in offensive rebounding with 5.3 offensive rebounds. With their defense, she's great in the passing lane, great inside. Certainly toughened up this year, I think, and more willing to be physical. Getting a lot of playing time. Again, we mentioned Moore and Deanna Gaston are out of the lineup still. They should be coming back, hopefully, here in the next couple of weeks. Games, and they're expecting her back any day now.
Yeah, that's 23 points per game you're missing with those 2. Louisiana Tech holding Longhorns 1 and done. Quickly the other way, Nativi. Robertson, straight away, knocks it down. 2 for 8 all of last season. I believe it's her first triple attempted this year. Texas with the answer, Shaylee Gonzales.
I think if you're a player like Robertson, you don't get very many touches here. You just find ways, and another 3 right there. I think you see a different defense for Texas. There's less of that ball pressure that Harmon applies, and Louisiana Tech has a little more room to maybe make some passes they couldn't make before.
Robertson did a nice job defensively that last time down, staying physical with Muhammad, and Louisiana Tech.
Our 3 for 3 in the last couple of possessions. Better offense. Again, facing this 2-3 zone out here. Nice pass.
Baseline, Muhammad from Gonzales. I believe you said sharing is. Comes up with the steal here. With time expiring, there wasn't an opportunity to take it to the rim.
She's become a force on the inside.
I keep refreshing my emails. Still have not gotten the invitation to the block party.
Yep, sorry. I don't know that you're going to be invited.
Robertson from the elbow, and that's a confident start.
Going to be around a while before you get those invites.
Working with the Hall of Famer, Andrea Lloyd.
We'll see if Jody can get you an invite. She's going to join us at halftime.
I don't expect to be welcome back on the headset when she's on the headset. She can take us through the rest of the half. 9 to shoot for the Longhorns.
Yeah, a little bit slower pace offensively for Texas here.
And after all that, they're going to get a point-blank look under the bucket, a chance for a 3. Playing with an upset stomach against UT Arlington. Still worked in 11 minutes, 5 for 9 from the floor that night.
I love how Coach Schaefer put that, I think, in the postgame. It wasn't an upset stomach. It was more like, yeah, she felt like she was going to puke.
Yeah.
Just lay it out there. Be careful on those dead ball situations, getting the ball in bounds because Texas' defense is so tough.
Brooke Storr, the former Brooke Lassiter, one of the all-time greats at Louisiana Tech. She was on the last Lady Techsters squad that went to a Final Four.
Some pretty tough records to break, shooting about 94% from the line.
Guillory, the only Lady Techster to touch the ball there, finally got it up with 4 seconds to go. Muhammad in transition after the Lady Techsters had to work so hard.
Now by Louisiana Tech to get the ball down the floor and try to get set up before Texas' defense can take them out of it. But I'll tell you what.
And the local product baseline shot won't go for Holly, but the putback does. Second chance points. It's a 9-0 run for Texas. That's still not their best run of the opening half. The active hands from 5. Bates will heave it up and knocks it down.
There you go. That's why we talked about her in her first real open look.
So much calmness when she's on the floor. Fires that one up with ease. On the opposite end, Texas will pull 2 of those points back. Talk about another historic program. Her mom played for ODU,
yep.
Old Dominion.
Well, there's a lot of new viewers in the game today. As we see Shay Holly take a charge right there. I think if I was guarding her, I'd try to get my knee into her, push her, and force her out as much as possible from the paint.
Harmon.
Mouse in the house.
Harmon gets an offensive board.
I just think that Texas's defense is so difficult to play against, and you use so much energy at the offensive end, and turnovers are a huge factor. How about their offense and hitting the offensive boards? Rori Harmon steps in here, thinks she has the layup, misses it, and just a great little left-handed tip. That shows you the athleticism. But there are just times when Rori Harmon has to take over and be that offensive player that makes things happen.
I mean, she worked on 2 specific things this summer, right? Mental toughness, we saw it there, as well as shooting. Both paying off.
I think the mental toughness had to do with taking care of the basketball and the mental approach to the game. Great steal.
15-3 run for Texas. 17-3 run for Texas.
Texas plays so far up the lane. They do not want to allow those easy passes.
Robin Lee trying to get a closer look with 3 seconds to shoot. They'll call a walk. Texas holding the Lady Techsters to just 5 of 16 from the floor.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech going back to a man-to-man now.
14 turnovers for Louisiana Tech. Just 2 fewer than shots attempted by the visitors. There's a toe on the line. It's a 3-pointer.
No, she told Louisiana Tech back in the day was sort of like UConn today. So they were well known. A lot of the players idolized Kim Mulkey, Janice Lawrence. A lot of the other players that played there were big-time names.
She grew up on the southern edge of Arkansas.
And how great must it be for her to be able to have Leon Barmore come to her practices these days still and be a part of her life and program.
Becoming just the 7th ever head coach at Louisiana Tech in now 50 years.
And they've had terrific head coaches over that time. Very selective about who they choose for their program.
Nice little step back, measured perfectly by Robin Lee. See if they can find a high percentage look down low.
Just really their pace has been a little bit slower, less crisp with their passes. Almost looked like a charge right there and could have been another turnover for Texas.
Harmon. Rori Harmon leads the break. And a foul with 5 seconds to go.
Rori Harmon just is the engine that makes this team run, and she plays with such energy and intensity.
One more here for Winnentonda. Final seconds counting down on this second quarter between the Lady Techsters and the Longhorns. And it's Texas who will take a 54-19 point lead. Set to go for the start of the second half. Lincoln Rose, along with Andrea Lloyd, we're back down to barely meeting our quota of 1 Hall of Famer on the broadcast.
Jody Conrad is the best. She certainly has been around the game a long time and understands this rivalry and what it was at one time. And I'll tell you what, Brooke Store understands the rivalry too. She watched those games when she was younger. And
Texas held Louisiana Tech to just 9 points in that second quarter. Lady Techsters will miss their first look as the rebound brought in by Muhammad.
And a terrific job by Texas, giving Louisiana Tech only 8 looks at from 3 here in the early going, the first half, plus that 3 right there. Remember, Texas wanted to take away the 3. This team shot average 33s coming into this game per game.
For Jones, banging bodies down low.
Just want to be, Shay Hawley comes in because she fixes things, and I think Vic Schaefer always talks about how do you fix something. Shay Hawley has become the fixer.
Paris Guillory.
I'd like to see your freshman come out and play with confidence after a first half that was just really a struggle for Louisiana Tech. It's a young lady that can definitely shoot the basketball.
Just returned to practice last Wednesday after having her knee scoped. Lee.
Quick hands.
Muhammad forces the turnover. And Hawley, the local product from Westlake High School, already her business degree in her back pocket. Harmon has not been calling her own number very often. She's got 4 points for the ballgame. Great job finding the open teammate, that time Anna Laura Robertson.
Yeah, absolutely, for Louisiana Tech. Just a completely different look with one division and a lot of different travel. Boy, conference realignment has just been the story of college sports. I probably wouldn't have had any. I would have been like, no, give the money to somebody else. Give the like, my thing was just to play the game.
Louisiana Tech shooting 33% from the floor. They're actually 50% from downtown today. 4 of 8. Time in for a closer look.
Guarding the lefty is tough. You just get so used to guarding right-handed players and get used to their habits.
November 29th, 11 a.m. Central in the morning when they take on Oral Roberts right here at the Moody Center. You can catch the action on Longhorn Network and the ESPN app. No doubt there will be tons of screaming school children cheering on the Burnt Orange that day.
We affectionately call it the Scream game. I know it's the education game.
It'll be the Golden Eagles against the Screaming Longhorns. Rori Harmon dominating the low post. The putback good for Harmon.
Yeah, really, really nice job by Rori of being active and some more paint points. I think right now 58% of Texas points have come in the paint this season. I think before this game it was right around 60%. A couple of teams ahead of them with points in the paint. I had looked that up earlier. I think South Carolina is one of them.
Another triple.
I don't think he likes the lack of attention to detail in some cases for his Texas Longhorns team as a whole, and that comes down to defensive matchups, staying locked into the game plan defensively.
4 different Lady Techsters have knocked down a triple. Bates is perfect 2 for 2 so far, including that last one. It'll be Lady Techsters basketball when you rejoin us. She did mention that there was one number that she really just mainly cared about, and that was the score.
And Vic Schaefer says that as well. As you see another terrific three-pointer.
The TV picking up the whistle. That's her third, and Hawley will catch, release off the front iron, and 2 Longhorns fighting for the rebound, ultimately prevailing for Texas was Mwenen Tonda. Jones down low.
The question is, how is Texas' defense right now without Rori Harmon in the game? As you see, Louisiana Tech able to get to the basket.
Booker up ahead, finds Gonzales, drops it in. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Pretty regularly in transition.
A couple of their breaks have been a little too fast in that lead ball.
I know you identify with that problem, right?
And here's the foot race you've been waiting for. Taylor Jones to the hole. Something in that November air. Taylor Jones having herself a Sunday afternoon. 18 points on 9 of 12 shooting, go with 5 rebounds and at least 4 block shots. 6 seconds separate the 2 clocks. Nothing separates Paris Guillory gliding to the bucket.
I like Paris Guillory. I'll tell you what, as a freshman, she's going to grow and grow this year.
Another rebound for Jones. Did she walk? Was she fouled? We'll have the answer. It appears like we'll be staying here.
Taylor Jones is really active, and Vic Schaefer demands that his players get out in the passing lane, and that is not something that the post players are exempt from. You see Taylor Jones just getting that big paw out there and showing her skills in transition, just keeping her calm about it. I mean, I think as a big, the biggest thing is you have to not make yourself go too fast, stay under control.
Folks back in the truck were slowing that video down so you could appreciate it. Free throw coming up here. Still with a quarter to go.
And you see those numbers for Jones. That's 19 points now on the game today. She's just been so efficient. Nice job.
Another rejection to close out the third quarter from TJ.
Her presence has definitely been a factor in every game for Texas this year. Continues to be incredibly efficient. I like her game. I like a good post game. Somebody that'll post up, take it to the rack.
Texas put out on social media today why players wear numbers. I feel like it should have been retitled as the numbers players wanted to wear, and right now concern in the backcourt, not on your screen right now, but now it's going to go noticed as really a scary moment here for Madison Booker.
Yeah, this is really tough, I think. You know, when you have an injury in a game or you get hit in a game, and like you said, the cameras are on you, the crowd's around you. Just walking off, this is a good sign. Yeah, just a difficult angle, it looked like, with her leg right there. Grabs her hamstring.
She will come off and be tended to. Almost start for the fourth quarter.
Codio in the game as well, finding Taylor Jones inside. I think Vic Schaefer needs somebody that's going to be electrifying out there defensively. Get your hands up, make some plays.
Well, Saturday at 1 o'clock Central, when the 5th-ranked Longhorns host Texas Tech in their last ever Big 12 Conference matchup, in by Codio. Tonda gets her own miss and put back for 2. Lee puts her shoulder down, able to get around the shot blocker, but you could argue Taylor Jones still altered that shot.
Take advantage of the scholastic opportunities there are and the chance to play basketball and get better.
Used to be every coach would tell me that those players are used to great competition, but not the physicality of the American. Amo coming back sooner rather than later, the 2-time Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, and during the preseason, a member of our broadcast team is Rori Harmon.
You can get away with some things, but you can't have the official looking right at you, which is hard in today's game. Great help by Rori Harmon.
Taylor's dad played rugby at Texas A&M. Still trying to deny Louisiana Tech a field goal this quarter. Tonda with the left-handed finish at the glass. Boy, Heron's one of these incredible stories, kind of like Asia O'Neal on the volleyball program. As a teenager already enduring open heart surgery and looking to follow it up with a successful year 2 inside the Moody Center. It's a home to Longhorns, and it's awe-inspiring for visiting teams coming into this venue. And a chance to make it a 3-point play from Tonda.
Just giving some of these younger players that haven't had as much time takes your rhythm out of everything.
Vukovic, seeing a former TCU Horned Frog, gets on the floor as well. And that's your first basket of the fourth quarter.
The time she arrived, I think, at Louisiana Tech, gained some confidence last season. They just know how to push pace and dictate pace.
Texas trying to get back in transition defensively. And a confident finish from Bates, score in double digits for the Lady Techsters of Louisiana Tech. 9 to shoot for the Longhorns. Holly shakes one defender That one hits iron, and now from the elbow. Longhorns with second chance points. Codio coming through, the sophomore.
Nice post up. You got to find your big girl on the inside. Heron's been wanting the basketball.
For three, Codio. Louisiana Tech leads the all-time series 8-4. A lot of that heavy lifting in the rivalry. It was a few decades ago. Onion Unui out of Dallas, the sophomore.
It was a terrific story. It's got to see her out on the floor. Got a very high ceiling. I talked to Coach about her earlier today. Limited minutes today, but I think it's a young lady that's quality, character, and an upside with basketball.
Codio looking for another. This one drops right on through.
You can see why Jordana Codio is known to be one of the better players in America coming out of high school. Certainly has a sweet stroke.
Rebound by Holly. Texas can hold for the final shot. They shoot 56% against Louisiana Tech here tonight, with 4 players in double-digit scoring, led by the 25 from Jones, 15 from Winnetonda, a dozen apiece from Gonzales and Muhammad. And 11 assists, 7 rebound, 8-point performance from Rori Harmon leading this offense. The man on the left tried to recruit the woman on the right, but her heart was already in Ruston, where she presides over her alma mater in her 8th year. Great to see these two programs get together. This one goes the way of Texas.
This is a tough matchup for Louisiana Tech coming in here. Moody Center, you see Jones with just a fantastic game today, and Winnetonda coming off the bench. It's been a big change, I think, for Texas this season is Vic Schaefer has a bench and has players that can give lots of really good minutes. Gonzales, after those first 2 games where she struggled shooting the ball, sharing and shooting the ball well here again today. Muhammad's been all over the place, hasn't she? She comes out, has been a starter. And of course, Booker, who had 9.
After Taylor Jones has rejected 6 of your shots, is the last thing you want to see her right hand raised right in your face on the high-five line?
I'll tell you what, Texas's defense allows Taylor Jones to go in and be a rim protector, but it's all Taylor Jones when it comes to the inside play offensively.